Welcome back. Perfect time in the middle of a heat wave to talk about going to the beach, and specifically Wollaston Beach here in Quincy. The Friends of Wollaston Beach actually have already started their season. They've had a very successful event already, but much more to come. So President Maureen Masrimas is joining us, and she's brought a friend with her that's going to teach us about kite flying. So welcome, ladies, to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Maureen, as I mentioned, the Friends of Wollaston Beach is already in full swing for the summer, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We had an amazing Tot Lot event a week ago today. The weather was perfect. The librarian from Thomas Crane Library was perfect. She read several stories, got the kids up dancing and interacting, and then we topped off the event by giving the children a book about the ocean and some coloring books, and I think we actually gave them some kites too.
Oh, and it didn't rain.
Because we were talking about the kite festival, so
Yes.
I gave out kites.
Well,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Erin Rowell is here, and she's our kite
Yes.
expert, right?
Absolutely.
And there'll be a kite festival. Seeing as you let the cat out of the bag,
I did.
we'll
Yeah.
just jump right
Jump
to
right
it.
in there.
Yeah, the Kite Crusaders, a kiting caravan and expo on the beach, Saturday, July 27th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So is this new this year, Maureen?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
We were blessed to have the services of Erin as a result of a grant from Save the Harbor, Save the Bay.
Nice, okay.
We all interact with Save the Harbor, Save the Bay, and they do the Better Beaches grants.
Yes.
And so I met Erin at a Save the Harbor, Save the Bay event, and we hit it off.
And the rest is history.
The rest
Yes.
is history.
Yeah.
So, Erin, what makes you the kite expert? Tell us your story.
Well, I would venture to say that I'm not sure if I'm totally an expert, but I am definitely a kite enthusiast
Okay.
and
All right.
lover.
Okay.
So what basically happened is my husband, who's originally from Boston, and I'm from Atlanta, we discussed kite flying, and we talked about how amazing kite flying has been, you know, as far as memories and spending time with our family.
Sure.
He mentioned that there was a kite festival here in Boston that had been around for about 50 years. And I said, well, I love kites. And at the time we were in Atlanta, so we decided to have a kite festival.
Just like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an event organizer and manager, so we were trying to come up with some all-inclusive community events around social, you know, awareness and meeting people of different cultures,
Okay.
all around a happy time.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
so that was in 2011.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, we moved here. We participated in a few festivals around the city, and the opportunity came for us to partner with this wonderful organization, and I jumped at the chance. Being from Atlanta, we're a landlocked city. Never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd be able to come together and have an actual kite festival on a beach.
That's
So
funny, yeah,
this
because
is
around
like a
here,
dream
that's
come true.
where we primarily think of flying kites, is on the beach.
Never thought.
But of course, where do you do it in Atlanta? Big parks, maybe?
So yes,
Okay.
there's a large park in the middle of our city. It's called Piedmont Park.
Oh,
We
okay.
usually take over the meadow there, and even the timing.
Mm-hmm.
So we normally do our festival up down there around October
Mm-hmm.
because wind speed is kind of important, and
Yes.
and of course temperature.
Yes, right.
So there we do it around the fall time so we can catch some of those tailwinds during that time. But here it's like whenever.
Yeah, no, well, October around here can be iffy. It can be beautiful,
chilly.
and it can be not so nice. Yeah.
Right, exactly. But I am fortunate enough to be able to partner with Friends of Wollaston Beach
Nice.
and some other community organizations to be able to put this on for the community.
That's great. So can you tell us what will be happening that day? Again, it's Saturday, July 27th from 11 to 3.
Yes, so it will be a fun-filled kite flying time.
Okay.
Basically what will happen is we have DIY kites that
Okay.
have been donated courtesy of Friends of Wollaston Beach, and we will work with the kids to put the kites together. We also also will have, because what we find is the adult enthusiasts tend to want bigger, badder kites.
Of course,
So
right,
those
yeah.
will also be available,
Okay.
but we will have free kite making
Oh, all right.
for the kids during that time. We'll also have a kite contest on the decorating, and we'll see who maybe can keep their kite up in the sky the longest.
Okay. Will you have instructions for novices, novice
So
kite
yes,
flyers?
we'll
Yeah.
have
Okay.
people out showing you how to fly your kite.
Yeah.
Most people think it includes a lot of running, but really, as long as you have a good gust of
Gotta
wind,
catch that breeze, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're good to go. So we'll have that. We'll also have some kite demonstrations.
Oh.
Maybe some kite dancing, and we're working to get some kiteboarding demonstrations going on as well.
Kiteboarding.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I'm not quite familiar. So.
Well, it's actually a full body board
Okay.
that a person actually gets in the water,
Okay.
and there's a kite.
Pulling them?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
Exactly.
Okay.
And since we can't use the beach, the demonstration will be, of course, on the shore.
Okay. Can folks bring their own kites if they
Please,
Yes?
we
Okay.
encourage it as well. What we've asked everyone to do is head over to Eventbrite and register.
Okay.
During the event, we'll be giving away kites and other cool swag items.
Neat.
And we'll be pulling those names from the registrations that people make.
Oh, okay. All
on
right.
Eventbrite.
Okay. And they can they do that also, Maureen, through the Friends of Wollaston Beach website? Do you know?
We'll make sure that there is a link.
You have a link.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Good,
And
good, good.
and didn't you also tell me that if people had damaged kites, that you would try and fix
Oh
them?
yes.
Oh, a kite
Okay. So
repair
we
shop.
have actually we have coined what we have as a kite hospital.
Okay.
Oh, there we
And so what tends to happen is those kites that parents have put up from the beach from last year,
Yes.
they tend to show up at our events, and we just find it very easy to be able to repair those to get the kids started.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And also be able to show the parents that, kite flying is a pretty economical and sustainable activity. A little rip can be repaired with tape. You lose a string, you get another one.
Okay.
I mean, add tails. Those could be anything.
Yeah.
So that's one of the cool things about the
Fun.
event.
Okay. So have you done this at other areas around here in Boston, or is this kind of
So
the first
we
one?
did
You did.
participate in the Franklin Park
Oh, you did?
Festival
Okay.
a couple of years ago, but this year we've been focused on the Wollaston Beach Kite Festival. So
Fun. All right. Maureen, this is only one of a gajillion things
Yes,
that are going on this year.
we've had a very ambitious
You certainly have.
schedule.
Yes.
In addition to the Tot Lot event that
Yep.
we had a week ago today, there will be another one on August 12th.
Okay.
It's geared typically to children 2 to 6.
Okay.
And we partner with the Thomas Crane Public Library, and Miss Dorothy is just amazing in the way she interacts with the children. She tells a few stories, gets them up dancing and moving, and just had a wonderful time. And then this coming Saturday,
Yes.
and also on August 24th, we're going to have yoga on the beach.
Okay.
It's going to be on a Saturday morning, 8 to 9 a.m. And Laurie Scott is the person who will be doing that for us, and she has also created an Eventbrite page so that people can sign up. During the Kite Crusaders and Kids Fest, we're going to have the Stone Living Labs, say that 3 times fast, the Stone Living Labs Climate Cart, which is going to teach people about Boston's climate and how global warming is affecting our communities.
Oh, all right.
And, one of the primary focuses of Friends of Wollaston Beach since it's the beginning is education.
Yes.
And we think this is really important to get it out there. And along the same lines, Friends of Wollaston Beach has partnered with Save the Harbor, Save the Bay, and the Wollaston Yacht Club to create a community climate workshop. The Metropolitan Beaches Commission is focusing on how climate change will impact the region's public beaches. And there have been numerous workshops across Boston Harbor over the last several weeks. And Quincy is going to do its little part in
Okay.
instructing people.
Okay. So this is on a
and
Monday evening?
It's a Monday evening
Okay.
from 6 to 8 p.m., August 5th.
August 5th, okay.
So that'd be like 3 weeks from today, I think.
Right.
Then our signature event, Kids Fest, which we've had for, I was telling Erin, we've been around for 18 years. I think we've been doing it at least 16 or 17
right?
years.
Yeah.
And we have an amazing vendor who does all things from, games. She's a DJ. We have she'll have a photo booth. We'll have face painting, glitter tattoos, and just, a fun family day.
It's really your signature event of the summer, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It really
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
it got rained out last year. Well, it got delayed.
It got to,
Yeah.
no,
Didn't it get delayed last year?
no, I think it was the year before
Oh,
last
okay.
it got
I'm-
delayed.
I'm mixing the
and
years
and
together.
it was funny because we had the most amazing cleanups this year
Mm-hmm.
in April and May. And you talk about getting rained out.
Yes.
The one in April, Park Serve Day,
Mm-hmm.
the end of April, it was a torrential downpour. People were calling me in the morning and saying, "Are you calling it off?" And the forecasters had said it was going to clear up by 10,
Okay.
and that's when our cleanup was supposed to start.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I'm not going to call it off, because every time I've called anything off, we called off Kids Fest one year, and
Yep.
it turned out to be a beautiful day.
Yep.
And then we called something else off, and it turned out to be a beautiful day. And I said to the people who called me about it, I said, if you want to come, dress appropriately.
Right, yeah.
We had 63 people show up in a
was great.
torrential downpour.
It was
Okay.
great.
All right.
There was one little family. They were so cute. They came, with their rain gear and everything, and they were there for the whole full 2 hours, and
Weathered the
collected all.
storm, yeah.
Yeah, weathered the storm literally. You and your puns.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But yeah, so we didn't call that off, and hopefully this year's Kids Fest. Last year, we wound up there was a scheduling snafu.
Okay.
We were supposed to have a specific date, and then I got a call from a gentleman at Asian Women for Health in Boston.
Oh, right, okay.
And he said, "Oh, we got the same date."
Yes.
And so we decided that collaboration was the way to go,
Right.
and it was a wonderful event.
Oh, very
a
good.
wonderful event. And we also had the sheriff's office sent someone to hand out badges, fingerprint kits, sunblock, mosquito spray,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and things like that.
Okay.
So that was very helpful.
So it worked out well, yeah. So again, Kids Fest Sunday, August 11th,
Right.
1 to 4 p.m. on the beach between Beach Street and the bathhouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the very next day, we're going to have another story hour. And then the big one is Coast Sweep, which is the annual cleanup, which is actually worldwide, in which you not only collect the trash, but you have to catalog
Yes.
each and every item.
Yep.
And with some staggering results. I think last year, the discarded cigarette butts were over 2,000.
Oh, my gosh.
2,000 on
Wow.
the beach. Yeah.
Okay.
And so what they try and do with Coast Sweep is to determine where this stuff is coming from and how you can possibly alleviate it.
Sure.
So that's Coast Sweep. That's September 21st, 10 a.m. to noon, and we'll be around the bathhouse. At least at the moment, we'll be around the bathhouse, with the idea that people can head north and south.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And you'd be surprised the things that wash up. A couple of years ago, a couple of the ROTC cadets actually barrel rolled a water heater
Is that
all the
right?
way down the beach.
A water heater that was
two
found
of
on the
them were-
beach?
yeah.
Is that right?
2 years we had Christmas trees.
Yes.
Christmas trees in September, October.
Yeah.
When we did the one across the street in May, when we do Cleaner Greener, we pulled out a refrigerator out of the marsh
Hmm.
at Caddy Park. All sorts of exciting stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
So it's
So it's important.
it's important.
It's important. September 21st is that.
Yes.
Can we get back to the community climate workshop for just a
Yes,
sec?
yeah.
It's again Monday, August 5th, 6 to 8 p.m. And will there be actual classes on the beach, Maureen, or how will this actually
No,
work out?
everything is going to be in the club.
Oh, all right, okay.
And you know, as I say, they've done it. They've done it across the harbor. I'm not exactly sure what format it's
Okay.
going to take. It's, you know, going to be sort of lecture oriented.
I see, okay.
And refreshments will be served.
Okay. And is this something that folks should sign up for, or just show up that day?
Actually, space is limited,
Okay,
and we
yeah.
do have on our website. We do have a place for people to sign up.
Okay.
On the website.
All right.
So I believe it's Friends of Wollaston Beach /climate. It's friendsofwollaston.com.
That's right. That's right. That's the main website. Yeah.
Friendsofwollaston.com, and there is a sub-page for the climate control.
Okay. And we should mention that all these events that we're talking about are FREE free.
Oh, absolutely. If
Yeah.
it's free, it's for me. Yeah, that has also been one of the main focuses of Friends of Wollaston Beach since its inception.
Yes.
We've never charged for anything, and there's a lot of giveaways. I mean, we give away when we have Kids Fest. Every child leaves with some sort of beach toy.
Mm-hmm.
We've given out kites in the past, and bubbles, and pails, and shovels, and baseball bats,
Sure.
plastic baseball bats,
Sure.
of course.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And you know, different beach things and coloring books, and we don't give crayons anymore because crayons are not friendly to the beach.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, and you can't do anything like balloons because
Oh, right. Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
so, not that we ever gave out balloons.
Right.
but-
Yeah. Well, they're not only bad for the beach; they're just bad in general for the environment.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We also have decided to conduct a survey for what people are looking for, and the link to that is also on our website.
Oh, okay.
So that people can, you know, say what they're looking for,
Yep.
what they like, what they don't like. You know, we've had comments such as not enough barrels.
Okay.
You know,
That's helpful to know.
You know.
Yeah. Or maybe not in the right place or something.
or not in the right place.
Okay.
So you can opine on anything you want to
Okay.
opine in.
And will the results be made public?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. One of our board members, Courtney Madden, is working on the survey. And also, the other thing I'd like to mention
Mm-hmm.
is, and I'm not sure I mentioned this on a previous visit, but for many years there have been interpretive signs along the beach, and there happens to be a panorama that is in dire need of replacement.
Okay.
And I just want to let people know we are working with DCR to replicate that. It's a panoramic view of the harbor from that point, and it's at the bump out just down from the bathhouse. And it has felt the wrath of the weather. And the only reason DCR, we're grateful to our legislative delegation has been working with DCR to try and get it redone. They don't have the original artwork. It went missing.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to let people know that we are trying to replicate
To recreate it as best as possible.
as
yeah.
best as possible.
Okay.
And the other thing that we're working to get is a Moby mat. A Moby mat is a mat that they put on the sand,
Yep.
and then they have special wheelchairs for water and sand.
Oh,
And it allows people who are, you know, disabled
yeah.
to actually access the beach.
Oh, that's great to know. Okay.
And we've been working with Save the Harbor, Save the Bay for the past 2 years to try and get this. The problem is, and you know, we'd like to think we're as inclusive as Revere and Castle Island and all of those other. We're about the only beach within DCR that does not have a Moby mat.
Really? Okay.
And talking to Representative Ayer's office, we were told, no, Senator Keenan. Anyway, they're all great.
Okay. One
They're
of
all
them.
very responsive. But we were told that one of the reasons that we have not been able to have a Moby mat is because the tide comes up exceptionally high
Mm-hmm.
on the beach, and sometimes as far as the seawall,
Yeah.
and sometimes over the seawall.
Yes. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And at present, the DCR does not have enough staff to roll it up
Oh, I see.
when, you know, serious weather
when the
is
tide
threatening.
threatens, yeah,
But
okay.
I'm just putting in a plug here.
Yep.
We need a Moby mat on
All right.
Quincy Shore Drive.
All right. Well, if
Yeah.
you have anything to do with it, I'm sure we'll get it, Maria.
We did hear that they are going to make available some sort of chair at Wollaston Beach, and I think at the bathhouse. And I think even if the Moby mat were in place, what they do is you have to sign up for it because, of course, they're limited.
Yes, yeah.
So
Okay.
you'd sign up, and I believe they would be kept at the bathhouse on Quincy Shore
Okay.
Drive, and people would sign up for it and
To use it.
be
Okay.
able to access it.
But in the short term, it's the Kite Crusaders on the beach, Saturday, July 27th from 11 to 3 with Aaron Rowell, the kite aficionado and enthusiast. Thank you both.
And yoga this Saturday.
Yoga this
Yes.
Saturday, yeah. Thanks both. Really appreciate it. Have a
Thank
fun
you
time
very
on the
much.
beach.
for
Thank
having
you.
You are very welcome.
Thank you.